Welcome back to the channel. So yesterday I made an Instagram story basically saying that I'm doing a Q&A and that you asked me some questions, and my god, I got over at least 150 different questions. So we'll pick the most common ones, we'll answer a few of them, and I'll try my best to be as fast as I can, because I can legit answer for at least 30 minutes straight. So yeah. First question: how many years did you train to achieve this insane level? Nearly 3 years. This is, by the way, something that a lot of people don't understand. I'm training nearly for 3 years, but technically I was at least a year and a half, recovering, having surgeries, not training, at my peak level. I had my first knee surgery, I lost all my strength and everything, all my statics, everything, and I mean everything. I was recovering for 10 months. After 10 months I was back at my full power. A few months later I had my second surgery, and again I was back at zero. So you could say 3 years, but technically training 100%, 2 years, maybe less. It depends on what way you look at it. Best way to muscle up. I always say, if you can do 10 pull-ups and at least 10 straight bar dips, you can muscle up. It all comes down to your technique. There's millions of videos on it online, and I even have a tutorial that's super old on my channel, so yeah, it all comes down to your technique. How many days do you train in a week? Probably 6 times. I only rest my body probably on Sundays, so yeah. Have you ever been to a gym, or did you do any weights? Yeah, I went to the gym and I still go to the gym, but I only go to train legs. Having all those surgeries and only, doing bodyweight stuff, that's just not enough for my legs. So yes, I go to the gym, but I only do legs. How old are you? I'm 17. I'm actually turning 18 in a few weeks. Okay, so I get this question a lot. How do you start doing calisthenics if you're fat? Realistically speaking, starting to do calisthenics when you're overweight is really tough. So my best advice would be that you lose some weight, obviously. Really just work on your nutrition and just start being more active. When you fix your nutrition and how you eat throughout the day, the weight itself will start to go down, let alone if you're active. Once you lose some weight, start doing calisthenics, it will be a lot easier. Quick fire questions. Pick a band. This will be cool. Okay, Bring Me the Horizon or Polaris? Polaris. August Burns Red or Wage War? August Burns Red. Parkway Drive or Asking Alexandria? Parkway Drive. As I Lay Dying or Killswitch Engage? Ooh. As I Lay Dying. Crystal Lake or Currents? Currents. Architects or Fit for a King? Architects. Slipknot or Metallica? Metallica. While She Sleeps or Veil of Maya? Ooh. That's a tough one. Veil of Maya? Linkin Park or Green Day? Linkin Park. Why did you start doing YouTube? Because of the whole content creation stuff. I love working with cameras, I love editing, I love creating something. I always did, especially when I started learning about photography and videography, and because I love training. This is what I do, this is my main profession. And when you take something out of your life and, let's say, combine that with content creation, let's say with videography, and when you mix those two things together, you can get true art. My profession is calisthenics, but I love doing videos and photos. Let's mix those two things together and let's create art. So yeah, it was actually very simple to do. Could you make a video of you doing push-ups with 3 guys on your back? Yeah, I could do that, totally. I'll do that soon, actually. Okay, moving on. Your favorite music album of all time? That's a super hard one, because the most nostalgic one is Hybrid Theory from Linkin Park. Hybrid Theory. The most emotional one, the one that always gets me, All Our Gods. But again, you have Minutes to Midnight from Linkin Park and Lost Forever, Lost Together. I don't know, it all depends. I'll go between Hybrid Theory and All Our Gods, but it's super tough to answer that. In your transformational video on YouTube, you said that you started training in 2018, but on your Instagram, the first calisthenics photo, it says 2017. I want to clear this out because I got this one a lot. So the first ever photo of me doing calisthenics was back in November 2017, and I specifically remember that day because that's the day when I basically found out about calisthenics, and I had this Beast Mode On t-shirt, and I thought it would look cool if, you know, I did some push-ups or something, and my brother, who is a photographer, was there with me, so he took a couple of pictures of me, and I thought it looked cool. You know that feeling when you start doing something new and everything is cool to you? Yeah, that was that. I posted that calisthenics photo of me doing push-ups. Actually, you can see it right here. It's the first photo of me doing calisthenics on my Instagram. And basically what happened, I didn't really train whatsoever. I did a couple of workouts here and there because I was still fresh from my recent knee injury, so I wasn't really, you know, capable of training at that time. 2 months later, 2018, that's the time when I started training seriously, and that's the reason why I said 2018. So yeah, I wanted to clear that out because I got a lot of questions about that. So yeah, that's why I put 2018, because that's the time when I officially started training serious and everything. Let's do a few more. Favorite rapper and why? NF, of course. And why? Because best said, he's real. He doesn't rap about drugs, money, cars, women and all that stuff. He raps about real stuff, everyday problems, everyday stuff. So yeah, NF, 100%. What genre of music do you listen the most? Metal. Doesn't really matter if I'm training or doing something else. I actually listen to a lot of genres of music. You know, I listen everything from pop to, let's say, the heaviest metal, but I prefer metal and rock. How big is your biceps? I don't know. It's small, I guess. In your opinion, what's the most important thing that you need to have if you want to be successful? A why. If you don't have something that you're fighting for, a reason behind everything, there's a good chance you won't make it. Because when you have a true reason behind why you do something, you'll always go one more round. You'll always go one more rep, one more set, one more mile. Always. That's why I got all of these results, because I always had a true why. I always had a bigger reason why I do all of this. And when you have something like that, you just can't beat that person. I always say, if you don't have a true reason, a true why behind anything you do, you won't be successful in it. You won't. There's no chance. Because you just can't beat the other person who has a why. Because he'll always, every day, every week, every month, every year, he'll always go all in. And you just can't stop a guy like that. Do you focus a lot on one certain element in calisthenics? I focus on being complete, so having push, having pull, not having, you know, push on this level but pull on this, being in the middle, so being complete, because people don't realize how hard it is to be complete, you know, having both push and pull at the same level in statics and in calisthenics in general. Favorite song from the album All Our Gods? That's such a hard question again, because you have Gravity, you have Gone with the Wind, you have Memento Mori, you have Nihilist. If I have to pick one, I'd say Gone with the Wind. In my opinion, the most emotional, sad and deep song ever written. If I can choose a few more, I'd say Gone with the Wind, Memento Mori and Nihilist. But if I can choose only one, Gone with the Wind. Anyways, this is it for this Q&A episode. I tried to answer as much as I could without making the video too long. There's still a ton of questions left. So yeah, let me know if you want a part 2 of this Q&A. I hope I answered to some of your questions. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment down below, and keep an eye out for my YouTube channel, because next week I'm dropping something very special. Keep an eye out for my channel next week. Peace.